So moments ago, President Trump was wrapping up a dinner with some military leaders and their spouses at the White House and briefly addressed reporters and hinted at some sort of oncoming storm. Watch this and see for yourself.
You guys know what this represents? Well, maybe it's the calm before the storm.
What's the storm?
Could be the calm before the storm.
What storm is
We have the world's great military people in this room. I will tell you that. And we'll have a great evening. Thank you all for coming. Thank you.
What storm, Mr. President?
You'll find out.
Give us a hint on your end.
Thank you, everybody.
Fox News senior political analyst Brit Hume joins me now on that and a possible shakeup in leadership for Democrats in a moment. But, Brit, you're our senior political analyst, so I need you to analyze. Please analyze. What did that mean?
Yeah, thanks, Martha. well, the president is given to dropping these kind of hints and suggestions from time to time, and he seems to enjoy the befuddlement of those who are listening at what he says. And, of course, he didn't clarify. It sounds as if it's possible he's talking about some kind of military action that would go against North Korea. Remember, just a couple of days ago, Martha, Heather Nauert, the spokeswoman at the State Department, published a tweet that I saw that said, North Korea will not be permitted, this is not the exact words, but this is the gist of it, will not be permitted to acquire a nuclear arsenal. That'll either happen diplomatically or by force. The choice is up to North Korea, which I thought was pretty startling. Yeah. And you put that together with this, maybe he's hinting at something. Now, remember, Martha, the traditional view long held by every military person I've ever talked to and anybody else who's looked into the issue is that military action, although we would unquestionably win any conflict against North Korea and possibly fairly quickly, is not a good option because of the vulnerability to Seoul, which is just a short distance from the DMZ and the North Korea-South Korea border. Seoul has focused upon it, not nuclear weapons necessarily, but conventional weapons, artillery pieces in such numbers that the destruction on Seoul and the loss of human life there, heavily populated area, would be so great that it is unacceptable and means that military action of the kind we might contemplate it really can't be on the table. Now, it's possible that with weaponry of today that didn't exist before, some kind of military way of dealing with this has been devised, and some plan is out there that the president was hinting at. But I don't know anything about that, and I haven't seen any reporting to the effect that that exists. And in this leaky city, it's hard to believe that something that dramatic could be developed in total secrecy. But there you are. Yeah,
I had the same impression. Of course, we don't know what he meant because he didn't say. But he's standing there with military leaders and sort of dropping something like that. North Korea is the first thing that comes to mind. The only other subtext that I thought about was, some sort of shakeup on his staff, whether it be, at the Secretary of State position. I mean, there's been so much flying around with General.
Why would you link that, though, to a comment about, the power of our military?
My first pick would be North Korea.
Who knows?
Who knows? Who knows is right.
Doesn't he love to keep us guessing?
And he loves to keep us guessing, exactly. I want to play a little soundbite over on the Democratic side from Representative Sanchez talking about the leadership and get your thoughts on it. Let's play that.
I don't want to single her out. I think that there are
Steny Hoyer, Jim Clyburn, all three of them, perhaps.
I think that it's time to pass the torch to a new generation. They all of the same generation, and again, their contributions to the Congress and to the caucus are substantial. But I think there comes a time when you need to pass that torch, and I think it's time.
Need a quick answer here if you can, Britt, but what do you think?
Well, if you look at the electoral wreckage that the Democrats have experienced in recent elections in the House, the Senate, the governorships, and now the presidency, it's completely understandable. Indeed, it seems almost inevitable that people would be looking around casting about for new leaders. And the senior leaders of the Democratic Party are pretty old. Nancy Pelosi's way up in her 70s, and their president, Joe Biden, who's still thinking about president, is old. Yep. Hillary Clinton is old. So it's probably on their minds, although I'm sure she's backed off by now.
Britt, thank you very much. We will see what the storm is all about. Thanks for being here. Quick break, and we will be right back.